Every engagement that we have at Bad Rhino, whether it's a short-term consulting engagement or a retainer basis, we start with an audit. This is actually to find holes in their strategy where they can actually implement really fast to get some quick wins where they can increase their ROI or see dramatic results within a reasonable amount of time. We're giving you much more information than just a report that tells you about your website traffic. A lot of agencies will offer a free audit. In fact, you could just go online and find a couple of different tools and you can do your own free audit that a lot of people do, where they just send you over a report. But we're going to dive a little bit deeper. We're going to do an interview with you. We're going to have you fill out some other forms where we get that information.
We're looking at their organic side, we're looking at their paid, we're looking at their website, how it's converting or maybe how it's not converting. And then we do the same thing with their competitors to see where they're missing the mark and maybe if there's strategies that we can emulate for them.
The biggest thing about Bad Rhino's audit compared to a lot of other agencies is that you could take that whole audit and you have a whole plan right there. It's whether you can execute it or not.
Our clients have a guide map and what we call a digital roadmap for their first 100, 120 days and even beyond.
Sometimes clients will have their internal team run with that. We'll tell you exactly what to do and how to do it, but normally our audit is the beginning part of our whole process from a retainer standpoint where they're hiring us to execute on all the marketing plans.
It's about 2 weeks after starting the audit that we can have a kickoff. We will have everything ready for them for approval. By that point, things can get going.
The reason we start with an audit is, one, we want to start off on the right foot with an engagement with a client. So we're going to get all this information. So it usually takes a couple of hours on their part to get us access to channels, get us access to some other information that we're going to ask for, including their website. Let's take a look at everything you have. Let's take a look at your website. Let's take a look at all your social media channels and the content that you've been producing for the past 6 months, a year. We usually go back as much as 2 years. Take a look at everything there, what's working and what hasn't been working.
We're looking at the audiences they've created. We're looking at their customer avatar. We have an ad strategy call. We're looking at where they want to spend their money, where we think they should be spending their money.
We start to develop the audit from there. It usually takes about 2 weeks and then we review it. As we review it, sometimes it's like over 150 pages of information that you will get that'll actually start to outline a strategy. So we take a look at everything, then we start to build a strategy off of there. This helps solve 2 things. One, you know where that strategy is coming from initially. We're not just making it up and then throwing it over at you. And then number 2 is we are agreeing on certain things. And if you disagree and you want to take it in a different direction, that's where we start so that we all start on the same foot and we move things forward together. I think that's really important to note. The audit isn't to tear them down or say, oh, this is horrible, this is what you're not doing, I can't believe you're not doing this. What we try and look for is where they're missing certain things so they can get quick wins and it's more of a relationship, not just us telling you what we're going to do.